Men's 100 meters, always a climax of any track meet. So from lane 1, Onwuzurike, 22-year-old from Nigeria, was 7th in the 200 meters. Lavell of Jamaica, 21-year-old, has run both of those men under 10 seconds, as you'd expect. If you want to be in this company, you have to do that. Andre de Grasse done it many times. The Canadian, 30 now, still producing good performances, former Olympic champion. Favorite to take the slam title again. In the 200 yesterday was as good as we've just seen. Melissa Jefferson wouldn't be in the 100. He was so far ahead of everybody else. Can Hughes hang on to him? It's been a while. The last time Zharnel ran under 10 seconds was when he was 3rd to win the bronze medal at the World Championships in Budapest in 23. Christian Coleman, the last time he won a 100-meter race that wasn't a heat or a semi-final was a year ago at the pre-meet. He ran 9:95. So winning is something Christian needs to rediscover. Lane 7 is empty. Then we've got Aaron Brown of Canada, was 3rd in the 200 meters. Was at the World Relays with Andre de Grasse, the lead-off man for the Canadian 4x1 squad. Kenny has got used to winning. He's got used to, well, he's got a bigger bag to take the money home now, I think.
He does, but even though there was the heights of yesterday, he's actually in a peculiar position. He can really lose this thing. Zharnel won by 1,000th in that 200 yesterday to get him into 2nd place. If he beats Kenny in this 100, which is possible, he has a better PR.
Yeah, he
World
does.
Championship bronze medalist. Drama.
It would be. Kenny's in 4, Coleman in 6. Gets out smartly, Kenny, but Coleman's the quickest. He's got a half a meter, but here comes Kenny. He's already gone into the front and away he's gone. Again, Kenny Bednarek is the boss. 9:87. Wow! It's quick here in Philadelphia. It might be chilly.
It's freezing.
But they are hot on the track. Very hot. 9:86. A new personal best. Wind illegal. Nobody can take that away from him.
It took a minute for it. They are moving. It took a minute for them to warm up, but man, they closed this out with a bang. Melissa Jefferson Wood, 10.74, followed by Bednarek. Look at him. Still got all the energy in the world with a 9:86.
Kenny ready, man. We can't be sleeping on Kenny in the 100. Like,
no.
Yeah.
They keep mentioning that it's cold out there, too. That's a new PB. His previous best was a 9:87. So he just went 9:86 in a dominant finish on a what seems to be a cool day. Dang. Man. What a way to end.
LA's going to be fun.
LA is going to be a trip, man. Well, who's going to win the... I mean, obviously Bednarek's going to win. Who's going to get in the top 3? That's the question. Kenny, what is Kenny on? Yeah, I don't know. He's on something. He's on crush mode. Yeah, he could definitely break 9.8. He went 9.79 with a little bit of wind, and this one was a cold one.
We're getting into the time now where these times matter and these performances mean something, and Kenny's confidence is raising.
And one of the things you've said, and it's so evident here, it looks
Yeah, Lyles versus Kenny. That's going to be a matchup, man. I'm so excited to see when those two finally clash.
The men's 100 meters remains the crown jewel of any track and field meet. And in Philadelphia, it delivered fireworks once again. With a lineup stacked with speed, power, and past glory, all eyes were on Kenny Bednarek as he unleashed a performance that left the crowd breathless and his rivals in the dust. From the outset, the field was packed with elite talent. Nigerian sprinter Udodi Onwuzurike, just 22, lined up in lane 1. He had finished 7th in the 200 meters earlier in the competition. Lavell of Jamaica, another young talent at 21, was also in the mix, both men having broken the 10-second barrier previously, a necessary benchmark to be considered a real contender at this level. Canadian legend Andre de Grasse, now 30, was also present. The former Olympic champion continues to defy age, still capable of producing world-class times. Fresh off a strong 200m showing the previous day, he remained a crowd favorite and a formidable force. But the spotlight began to narrow on two major names, Christian Coleman and Kenny Bednarek. Coleman, the 2019 world champion, was chasing a resurgence. Despite a winless stretch in finals, his 9.95 last year at the pre-classic reminded everyone of his explosive potential. Meanwhile, Bednarek, nicknamed Kung Fu Kenny, was emerging as a fan favorite. Known for his consistency in the 200m, he was beginning to make serious noise over the shorter distance too, with drama already swirling from the tight finish in the previous day's 200m, where Bednarek edged out Zharnel Hughes by a mere thousandth of a second. Stakes were high. Hughes, a world championship bronze medalist, was hunting for revenge and possibly a win that could tilt the overall title his way. As the gun fired, Coleman had a strong reaction time, but within meters, it became clear that Bednarek was in another gear. He surged ahead midway and never looked back, storming to a new personal best of 9.86 seconds in chilly conditions. The wind was legal, and the performance was electric. A loud gasp of amazement echoed through the stadium, quickly followed by roaring applause. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement. Despite the freezing temperatures, Bednarek was on fire, as commentators noted. It took him a moment to warm up, but once he did, no one could touch him. His previous best of 9.87 was now history. The margin, the poise, the power, it was dominance at its finest. He's on crush mode, one of the announcers declared, capturing the mood perfectly. Even on a cold day, Bednarek managed to push the boundaries of sprinting excellence, inching closer to the elusive sub 9.80 territory. Some even suggested that under the right conditions, he could go 9.79 or faster. The performance has set the stage for a highly anticipated showdown later this season. Kenny Bednarek versus Noah Lyles. With Lyles excelling in both the 100m and 200m, a clash between the two could define this year's sprinting narrative. Philadelphia may have been cold, but the track was on fire. And Kenny Bednarek? He wasn't just running. He was rewriting the script.